There's a little clock ticking in the corner of the screen. 2 items left. Sale ends at midnight. And somewhere in your chest, a quiet pressure starts to build. Buy it now or lose it forever. That pressure isn't an accident. It was installed. Here's the strange part. The thing you're looking at didn't get any better in the last 10 seconds. Same product, same price, same usefulness it had this morning. The only thing that changed is that someone told you it's about to run out. And that one fact, not the product, just its scarcity, quietly rewired how much you wanted. Tonight, let's look at why limited is the most powerful word in selling, and how a fake clock can override the part of you that knows better. Start with the principle underneath all of it, because it's older than any store. A psychologist named Robert Cialdini spent his career studying what makes people say yes. And he found that scarcity is one of the most reliable levers there is. The rule is simple and a little unflattering. We want things more when they're harder to get. In a 1975 experiment, people rated a cookie from a jar holding just 2 as more desirable than the identical cookie from a jar of 10. Same cookie, but the scarce one tasted like more. Opportunities feel more valuable the moment they seem to be slipping away. That's not a quirk of a few weak shoppers. It's wired into nearly all of us, and the people selling to you know it cold. But why does scarcity grip us so hard? For that you need one of the most important ideas in all of behavioral economics. 2 researchers, Daniel Kahneman and Kahneman Tversky, showed that losses hurt us far more than equivalent gains feel good. Losing $20 stings about twice as much as finding $20 pleases. We are not built to chase wins. We are built, above all, to avoid losses. And that asymmetry is the engine. Because the second a seller frames something as about to be gone, they've performed a quiet trick. They've turned a decision about gaining a product into a decision about avoiding a loss. You're no longer asking, do I want this? You're asking, can I stand to miss it? And your brain is wired to find that second question almost unbearable. Quick, picture the last thing you bought because a timer was running or because it was almost sold out. Got one in mind? Hold on to it, because now you're going to watch exactly what was done to you. The most obvious lever is the countdown. A timer appears. This deal ends soon, and the numbers are falling. Your rational mind knows the offer will probably be back next week, but the falling clock doesn't talk to your rational mind. It talks to the older part that reacts to a closing door, and it floods you with just enough urgency to make you act before you think. Here's the part most people never check. Refresh the page, and very often the timer simply resets, or the only 2 left never actually drops. The deadline was never real. It was a number on a dial, tuned to whatever creates the most pressure, a shortage being performed for an audience of 1. And once you see it, you can't unsee it, because it's everywhere. Search for a flight, and the airline warns only 1 seat left at this price. Your heart rate ticking up as you reach for your card. Open a shopping app, and a lightning deal bar fills with red before your eyes. Book a hotel, and the site tells you this room was booked several times in the last hour, that it's in high demand, that there's only 1 left. Booking sites have run these lines so aggressively that regulators in Europe forced them to prove the numbers were real, because so often they simply weren't. None of these messages are about the product. Every one of them is about the clock in your chest. And here's a deeper turn of the same screw. Scarcity doesn't just make you want the thing more, it makes you think worse. When you feel like you're about to miss out, your mind narrows. The careful, comparing, let me sleep on it part of you goes quiet. And a faster, hungrier part takes the wheel. A rushed brain doesn't comparison shop. A rushed brain doesn't ask whether it even needs the thing. A rushed brain just wants the pressure to stop, and buying makes the pressure stop. That's the real product of a countdown. Not urgency about the deal, but but a state of mind in which you stop thinking clearly enough to walk away. There's one more layer, and it's almost poetic. When something is forbidden or restricted, we don't just want it, we push back. Psychologists call it reactance. Tell a person they can't have something and their desire for it climbs. Members only. By invitation. While supplies last, each one quietly whispers you might not be allowed to have this. And a stubborn, ancient part of you answers, "Oh yes, I will." The velvet rope doesn't keep you out. It pulls you in. The exclusivity isn't protecting the product. It is the product. Now here's the twist that reframes the whole thing. You've been told that if you fall for a flash sale, you were just being impulsive, that you should have had more discipline. But look again at what actually happened. Your sense of value was hijacked by a manufactured shortage. And your fear of loss, a survival instinct that kept your ancestors alive, that once meant the difference between eating and starving, was taken deliberately and aimed at a $30 gadget on a Tuesday afternoon. The clock was fake. The stock count was a dial. The exclusive door opened for anyone with a credit card. You didn't lack willpower. You were handed a countdown built specifically to make willpower irrelevant, to get you to decide before the deciding part of you could speak. So here's what to do. The next time the clock starts ticking and the only two left appears, do the one thing the whole machine is built to prevent: slow down. Notice the pressure as a signal, not a fact. That tight, hurry-up feeling is the tactic working on you in real time, and feeling it is the first step to switching it off. Then ask the question scarcity is designed to erase. Would I want this just as much if it were sitting here calmly, at the same price, with all the time in the world to decide? If the answer is no, then you never wanted the thing. You wanted the clock to stop. And one clean test cuts through all of it. A real opportunity can survive a night's sleep. If walking away for 24 hours genuinely costs you something, fine, buy it. But if the only thing you'd lose by waiting is the panic itself, then there was never anything to lose. The deal that can't wait is almost always the one that was built so you couldn't think. The next time a little clock starts falling in the corner of your screen, you'll know exactly what it's for. It isn't counting down the offer. It's counting down your patience, betting that if it can just make you hurry, you'll forget to ask whether you wanted any of this at all. Now you can see the clock for what it is. And a pressure you can recognize is a pressure you can finally hold at arm's length. If this changed how you feel about that ticking clock, hit subscribe. There's a new one every week, and you'll never look at the everyday things around you the same way again.